You will not fail. You won't fail. It's going to happen. The generational wealth that you are bringing into your bloodline, it's all happening through you. Do you know how incredible that is? Do you know how many lives you are changing that haven't even come to this earth yet? Do you know how much of a blessing that is? Greetings, family. I have definitely been wanting to record this video since I've been here in Tulum, Mexico, and the divine has just been truly speaking through my spirit as I've been here on this land, and just the activations, within my internal being, and given all of the shifts that are happening, that are taking place in the world right now. And I know that some of us are reaching out for like-minded beings who are on this path, people that are expanders, people that are reflecting back the inner work that we are doing within our own communities, within our own cities, wherever the divine has placed you, whether it be in America, outside of America. Maybe you're American and you are in a different country. Maybe you're from a different country and feeling called to go to America. Right now, everyone is just on specific assignments for the divine plan for humanity. And I just wanted to make this video to just share some codes, some wisdom, some encouragement to anyone that feels called to watch this video. However this video found you, I'm really not one to just film myself speaking, especially on this platform. I usually am just on Instagram, like a live moment or something like this. So this is very different and new for me. But I've been feeling so called to start, to just start. And that is the message, to just start. Start where you are. It feels like there's been this constant strive for perfection, and I believe that we are coming out of that approach. I believe that we are really coming into a state of radical, authentic expression of ourselves. And whether you may have felt the call around 2017, if you kind of start thinking back to that time period and where you were in your life, even maybe so far as like 2015, 2016, between 2015 and 2017, I just want to give you a moment to lean into that time period in your life where certain things started to reveal themselves, as if there was like a wave and a signal, a sign from the universe, the divine, God, in what direction you needed to start walking in. And I think little by little, you started to respond, and you started to ask questions, and you started to seek more wisdom and more direction for who you are and how you intend to show up in this world, and the ways in which you are awakening. And I want to just commend you, because right now you are in 2025, implementing all of that information, all of that work that you may have felt was just very small. It's not a drastic overnight kind of thing where like I'm seeing like a light switch. It's not like that. It's a very gradual process, almost like when the plane is taking off and the pilot is like pushing, the handlebar upward. And it's very slowly, it's a very gradual climb. And I just see you just like taking off. And like there may be a little bit of turbulence, and there's always turbulence, it's just gravity, it's just the way things are, it's science. And I just see you finding your balance, finding your, you know, your sweet spot in this right now, that even though the clouds appear, even though the rain comes, even though there's things kind of out of your control, it's the way that you're responding to these spiritual attacks, spiritual warfare, these projections from other people. And wow, it's incredible, because before, you used to be so affected, used to fall apart literally, and I feel like you used to probably, stay there and like dissect it and like complain and identify with it and take it so personally. But now I see you coming out of that. I see you feeling empowered by the evidence that the divine has presented you with through a person to show you that you are growing. You are actually exactly where you are meant to be, and you've come so far. This message is to tell you to keep going, to not give up. And I'm feeling chills right now. It has not been easy. There's been so many experiences that you've had that you felt were absolutely impossible to break free from. And whew, you are literally embodying the light right now. You are shining so brightly. And you're shining so brightly that you're almost questioning yourself about it, because you feel like maybe you can't trust yourself fully this time around, because things feel so different, and you're the furthest you've ever been in your life on this path, and you're so much closer to everything that you've ever visualized possible for you, and the impulses that you have and the inspiration that you feel, and you wake up feeling differently in your body, almost like like newly cellular shifts are taking place, like you're being upgraded. And you're just not responding in the ways that you used to. You're not eating the same foods that you used to eat. You're not talking to the same people. You're not staying in conversations as long, especially the conversations that take you out of this frequency. You're being so much more discerning about what energy is coming to you. And you're also recognizing what energy feels really good to the body. And I just want to celebrate you for that. That is major. That's wealth. And with that, lifestyle, with that awareness and that consciousness, do you know how far you're going to go? And I don't want to delve so much into the future and like what's to come, because I know it takes us out of the present moment. And right now, this is really just an anchor in the present moment to recognize all of the growth, And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Everything that you see around you that doesn't look like it is a reflection of where God is taking you, it is literally a part of your testimony. It's a part of your testimony. And everything that is coming into your field right now is giving you clues. So I just want you to just slow down and just appreciate where you are and how far you've come. This is something that you've wanted, this version of yourself right now. Be present with it. It's something that you've been working on since that time period that you started waking up between 2015 and 2017. Remember, and then the upgrade came again, 2019. You had 2019 was a big year for you, big year. And then you were given the opportunity within the pandemic to kind of slow down and come back and notice, true stillness, true peace, what that feels like when, there's this reprogramming that has happened with productivity. And so you're no longer, validating your worth by what you produce. You're validating your worth by the ways that you feel and the peace that you feel within yourself and the calmness that you feel, the soft vibration that you feel, the grace that you have for yourself. And I really believe that you are becoming the parent that you always needed, the parent that you always desired for yourself. And even when you slip up, it is the grace that you quickly extend to yourself, and you're noticing you're noticing what comes up for you that doesn't fully resonate, and you're not judging yourself as much. And that is such a blessing. It's such a blessing. And the ways that God is using you to be a teacher to others around you, to your community, to your loved ones, and the ways in which you are leaning into your own love that is expanding your capacity to hold space for others, but also you're having this supernatural ability to know when it's time to hold space for others, because you're now recognizing that, if I give too much and very little to myself, no one's benefiting from this, It's no longer about being sacrificial to myself. Yes, being a living sacrifice to, be aligned with God and be an obedient servant. But God, He gives us this supernatural push. And when we're aligned with that, and it's a rest, it's a walk with rest, it's a walk with this aligned state that allows us to pour without being tired. And I feel that you are stepping out of that sacrificial service that harms you, because this is the year that we practice what we preach, and this is also the year that we are rebellious in the ways that we don't lean into societal standards for expressing ourselves and how we must show up, to be accepted, to be supported. We understand that it's coming from our source and not necessarily the external figures, And get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. I'm talking about these offerings, the ways in which the divine is going to reflect outward and reach through your heart, like just being a clear channel and a vessel for them to just pour into and outward into beautiful creations that comes from the heart. They're heart offerings that you're stepping into now. And this doesn't come in a wavelength of I must show up and do it this way. There's a flow that you're walking into now where it's like every single aspect of your day is going to inspire and support this very gift inside of you. And it's going to come into fruition in such a way that is going to be a blessing to so many people around you. And I see yourself kind of retracting from empty love, retracting from souls who are not able to fulfill and go all the way with you, and I see you just kind of being in service to them by stepping out of their way, And when we do that, especially for people who are just now getting the call, just now getting the awakening, because you had the awakening way before it was a fad, way before people knew about plant medicine, way before people were, going into Vipassana meditations and isolation and all of that. You were getting these small, pushes from the universe a while ago. And it's manifesting so beautifully for you. And it's just so important to continue to keep your channel clear so that way you are just present in the moment as it's happening, not pre-planning ahead. This is not the year to plan so much. This is the year to surrender to every single minute of the day. Surrender to the divine shifts because it's constantly evolving. It's not just you get this one download and you see it all the way through. No, it's a dance that we're doing right now. And so I just want to encourage you to just be flexible. Trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be in this journey, and that there is not one misstep that has taken you far off the path. If you feel like you're far from yourself right now, no, you're just collecting more information that when it's time to come out of the womb, out of the darkness and back into the light again, to step into your full power, you have so much wisdom that you could have never paid for a retreat, that you could have never paid for, through someone's online course. This is a source course. And it takes huge courage to sit with that. It takes huge courage to feel the depths of your emotions. It takes huge courage to be disciplined and to choose yourself. And the crazy thing about it, which is not so crazy because it's what you signed up for, you knew this before you came to this earth. One, that you were built for it and that you will see it through. Two, you would not fail. You will not fail. You won't fail. It's gonna happen. Know it. Know it. The love that you want, the true love, the partnership that you want, the family that you want to build, the generational wealth that you are bringing into your bloodline. It's all happening through you. It's all happening through you. Do you know how incredible that is? Do you know how many lives you are changing that haven't even come to this earth yet? Do you know how much of a blessing that is? To be yourself. To be God's child. It's time to breathe more. When you find your heart closing, when you find your mind just on a repetitive state and you're just so out of the present moment because you're thinking about the next steps, this, that. Come back to your body. That's the moment that you drop everything. Nothing becomes important when you've lost yourself. Nothing becomes important when the mind has taken control over you. Nothing is more important than you staying rooted in yourself. And it's going to take practice, It's that moment where you catch yourself. It's in the moment that you sit in stillness with yourself, where you will begin to acknowledge the power that is inside of you, the inner being that is inside of you that is connected to our Creator that knows the way. And that's when you start to fuel yourself. You're not going to fuel yourself by producing this time. It's not going to happen that way. You're not going to be defined by how many vlogs you put out, by how many, newsletters you put out, by how many retreats that you have to come, how many activations that you have to come, how many online courses you can create, how many brand deals you're going to have. Those things, this year is not the year where you're going after them. This is the year that they come to you. And I see you just sitting in a garden, and you're being visited by these blessings, and they're passing through as you just continue building the foundation. And it's about building the vibrational foundation to be a match for these visitors to come, that come in the form of prosperity and alignment and joy and right time, right place, harmony. There's a harmonious community, harmonious friends, harmonious partners, harmonious business opportunities, expanders, you starting your own business, and whether you've already started it or different projects that maybe you let go of. Maybe there's a dream that has been lying dormant because maybe you've told yourself that dream was too big to achieve, or that you weren't worthy to allow this dream to come through in this lifetime, and you gave up, you just put it to rest. And that movie Inside Out, I believe that's the name of it. And sometimes some of the emotions, they're not lit up, they're just kind of like the memories. They take a memory and they put it inside of the little compartment. That's this thing. I see you going back to this wall of all of these different memories and dreams that you had as a child, and you're grabbing this fixture that is dull, and you're breathing new life into it again. And it's always been inside of you. It's always been in you. And so this is just to let you know everything's gonna be okay. And that before you get out of here, before you get on to the next portion of wherever we're going, whatever's next, there's so much love waiting for you there, but there's love right where you are. And your purpose is going to come into fruition. It's going to happen. It's going to manifest. It is. Continue to stay focused. Continue to prioritize yourself. Continue to develop trust within yourself. Continue to keep your connection to source primary. Number one, include source in all that you do. In all that you do. In every single thing. Should I go to this place? And it's a very small, gentle voice. And it's always the first voice that comes, the very first one. It's not the second, the third, the fourth. It's the first one, and you know right away. You'll know right away what to do and when to do it and how to do it. And so shine, shine, shine as your true self, who you are when no one's watching. You know who that person is. And if there is anything that is keeping you from shining, go into solitude for a little bit. Stop kicking it with those people that make you question yourself, baby. It's not worth it anymore at the expense of what? All that's to come for you? All that's happening? And the things that you can't see right now? This protection. Rejection is just redirection to the very thing that you are meant to experience. What is for you? What is for you wants you. It wants you too. And you don't have to sabotage yourself this time because you feel like you don't have what it takes. You have everything that it takes. It's just about developing yourself and trusting that every time that you show up, every investment that you give, every seed that you plant, every time you water it, it's growing. New leaves are reaching. And you're going to download and receive even more information about gifts that you didn't even know were inside of you. And it's going to come so easily. The money is going to come so easily, and you're going to be able to just enjoy. And the money won't even, it won't even be as important because you're going to be just so in bliss mode. You're not going to have to worry. The thing about this path that's coming for you, there's no worry in it. There's no stress in it, only unless you create it. What do you want to create? What do you want to create this time? A life of ease? A life of whole beings that love you because you love you? A whole love that lives inside of you, that you give to yourself consistently? An inner parent that is gentle with your process and understands that you've gone through some really difficult things. You've been through a lot. I know sometimes you didn't even know if you were going to make it. That abusive relationship, the lack of love and empathy that your authoritative figures, the ways in which they could not show up for you because they didn't have that love within themselves. And being that young child that felt abandoned. We're changing the narrative, baby. We're changing the narrative. We're not giving power to those narratives anymore of why we are the way that we are. And why we still need to subject ourselves to half love. No, this year is a whole love because we are a whole love, a whole lot of love. And you have a whole lot of love to give. And this time you are going to give this whole love to your dreams, to the seeds. You are a star seed. You light up the room. You light up the room. You light up a room just by your smile, just by your presence. And that is a gift. Your voice, your hands, the way that you move, the way that you walk, the sound of, the way that you say things, the way that you frame everything, the way that you think. People are in awe of you. And the more that you step in your power, the more that you're going to be celebrated for who you are. And it's going to feel so, 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 so good. And you're going to inspire so many people to step into their own power. So I just want to say, congratulations. You made it. You made it. You're here now. You've arrived. And though there's so much more to go, there's so much more to do, be where you are right now and celebrate where you are, no matter what it looks like, no matter what's going on in this world. You're just in it. You're not of it. No. You're God's special, 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 special one. Beloved one. Divine one. Incredible one. Limitless one. Victorious one. Warrior one. You don't have to fight anymore. Just embody it. You don't have to run from the things that you feel. You can love them. You can sit with them. You can acknowledge them. You can acknowledge the hurt. But this time we're going to transmute it. We're going to be expressive and absolutely unapologetic about it. And it's going to blow people's minds. Thank you so much for receiving this message. And yeah, I really look forward to hearing how this moment moved you, and you're going to sleep really well because of this message. You're going to wake up on fire in the best of ways, just like a battery, like, those batteries that you can't throw out, That's you, the Energizer Bunny, but you're grounded. And it's this precision that you're just boom, 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 boom. It's just this knowing, this clarity, the eye that you can't see, that's seeing you and seeing everything, foresight, and yeah, you live an incredible, beautiful life. Give thanks. Start saying thank you. Start. You don't even have to visualize it anymore. You've done enough visualizing. Right now is just time to recognize. That's it. Right now is recognition of the work. I love you so much. How's your breath? How's your breath? It's no more, oh, the enemy is doing this. Oh, the enemy is doing that. Oh, this negative thing. No. It's nothing but blessings right now. Blessings. A person that shows up in your field, and maybe they are not necessarily mirroring everything that you've ever wanted, maybe within a relationship, or maybe there's a job or something that's not mirroring everything that you've dreamed, the final result. No, you're recognizing that you're no longer complaining about the ways in which they're not showing up. You're appreciating the shifts and the ways that they are and the things that they are communicating to you that you've always wanted out of a situation. And these are just steps, little by little. It's just going to transform into the very thing that you want. You're going to look back at this moment and just be like, wow, I wouldn't want to change anything about it. I wouldn't want to change anything. The only thing you maybe would want to change is how much more you would have wanted to love yourself along the way. How much more you just wanted to relax into the knowing, how much more you just wanted to just breathe as you went along, as you experience life. Hug yourself. Hug yourself, hug yourself, hug yourself. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. Recognize that you are doing such an amazing, it's not even a job. It's not even a job. You just simply are. You are it. You've got it. It's in you. It's in you. So I'm so excited to hear how this message blessed you, or just anything that you want to share. And please subscribe to this channel, because we are going to be sharing more of this beautiful energy that God has blessed me with, to encourage all of my brothers and sisters who are on this path. My name is Asada Jones, your sister, also known as Humble Mermaid. And I just really hope that one day we cross paths, but I'm truly looking forward to continuing the investment of love, the raw love that we are going to cultivate here in this community through sound healing offerings and different retreats and, virtual activations that I'll be doing. And I'm incredibly grateful to you for this moment and this time. And I am you, you are me. We are one and the same. Let's enjoy this life, okay? It's not all so bad. It's not. It's really beautiful when we allow it to be and we recognize how beautiful it is. I love you. Blessings.